So I was getting ready to go to work here, and I saw this interview that Kenny Omega did with Sean Ross Sapp, and it's basically almost in character. But Kenny Omega does this interview with Fightful, and they asked him why basically he's making his big return at New Japan instead of an AEW show in the United States. And this is what Omega had to say. Now, this is kind of a half kayfabe interview, I'll be honest with you, but he still buries AEW in this process. It's very clear to me right now that Kenny Omega does not want to be in AEW. From him coming out and saying that he does not want to be an EVP, to the fact that and you know what it all boils down to. It has nothing to do with the in-ring stuff. It's the fact that he's getting raked over the coals for the video game bombing. He got raked over the coals for that video game being utter garbage. And he can't take the criticism, so he's scurrying back to New Japan where they'll love him no matter what he does. But and Tony Khan's letting him do it. Again, Tony Khan. It's all the snowman's fault. But Kenny Omega here explained why it feels right that he returns to New Japan in the Tokyo Dome. Quote, I owe New Japan a gigantic thank you for giving him his big career break. Let me read this again. This is, I owe New Japan a gigantic thank you, and I do feel there's a debt I have to repay in some way, shape, form, or fashion. If by performing at the Tokyo Dome, making my comeback at the Tokyo Dome, it's a way to help repay that and help do something for their business, then I'm more than happy to do it. You don't owe them nothing, dude. You took years off of your career and off of your life for them. But it's clear that you like wrestling there better than you like wrestling in the States. Then go. Tell Tony Khan you don't want to be a part of AEW anymore. And this is the kicker. He says that AEW is many fans have wondered why Tony Khan would allow Kenny Omega's big return after a year out to take place anywhere else other than AEW, but Omega thinks his home promotion doesn't need him right now. Quote, when there's an opportunity again and a chance, sure, I'd love to be back if you guys can have me. But right now, I think AEW has a good thing going, and I don't think they need me. So I will make my return for New Japan instead, for now. Are you freaking kidding me? Even if this is half worked, are you fucking kidding me? AEW doesn't need you right now. They got a good thing going. Their attendance and their ratings, sir, says otherwise. They suckered WBD into a damn billion or multi-million-dollar deal that, yeah, it'll keep them afloat. I don't think they'll be quote-unquote profitable like Dave Meltzer says, because Kenny Omega and his unfound wisdom for video games has cost them money. It cost them a lot of money. That video game cost them a lot of money, guys. To the point where I don't think there won't be another one for a long time. They could do all the little stupid mobile games, which are losses for them also. But they don't need you, dude. They need you now more than ever. You were the only real draw they ever had besides Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. But to sit there and say, "Oh, they don't need me, so I'm going to go over here and make my return," dude, are you? Does that locker room really have blinders on? Does that locker room really think that they're over? Does that locker room really think that they're not even number two at this point? I don't think. I mean, yeah, they're number two. Okay, I'll give them that. They're number two. But in my mind, from a storyline perspective, and just WWE has got you guys raked over the coals at this point. And then, Meltzer comes out and says WWE has no casual fans. Dude, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? To say that WWE does not play toward casual fans, and to say that AEW does? Are you kidding me, dude? Look, it's obvious at this point Kenny Omega does not want to be a part of AEW. He doesn't like English, the American wrestling audience. He doesn't like American wrestling fans. He went over there and cut his promo in Japanese first. It shows you where his real loyalties lie. He realizes he made a mistake by ever leaving that company to begin with. So, my message to Tony Khan is this. It's clear he's not going to WWE. If they wanted to go to WWE, they would have went there when their contracts were up. What was it, last year that they re-signed? Late about this time last year. He wants to go to New Japan. He wants to go over there and be with those guys. Not that at this point, with the way New Japan is, I don't even think Kenny Omega can lift them out of the funk they're in. Their business died the day they lost the Elite. One part of that Elite coming back is not going to solve things. I mean, it may boost things a little bit in the short term, but just let him go, Tony. Let him go there. He says that you don't need him, according to him. He's saying you don't need me. Let him go. Just let him go. Let it go. Let him go. Snowman. Let him go. I just, I've been saying it all along. Ever since he fought in the Tokyo Dome last year, it's obvious he got bit by the New Japan bug again. He realizes that's where he needs to be, where he ought to be. That's where he wants to be. So why not just cut him loose and let him go over there? You could do your crossover shows still with New Japan and have him pop in and out. This is crazy. This is just absolute crazy. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Should Kenny Omega just leave AEW and wrestle full time with New Japan again? Should AEW just push him to the moon when he comes back? Should he even come back for AEW at this point? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We'll see you down the road.